At the time of recording this, Denon DJ has just announced the Prime 4 Plus. And this is the controller which follows on from the Prime 4, which I also have here. These are standalone all-in-one controllers. They are designed to work without having a laptop plugged into them, and they're both flagships. However, this is clearly the new flagship. So in this video, I'm going to talk you through the differences between this, the Prime 4 Plus, and this, the Prime 4, which has been out for several years now. We'll start off by looking at what's the same, and there's a lot similar between these two units. We'll then look at what's different about the appearance of the unit and what's different inside the unit that we know about. And really important, towards the end of this video, I'm going to share a bit of a mystery with you about this unit, which is enough of a mystery for me to strongly suggest that if you're considering buying either the new Prime 4 Plus or the existing Prime 4, that you definitely hold off doing that, at least until we know the answer to this mystery, because it could be something very big. Right, so let's start off. What's the same about these two? Well, they are the same unit. The actual machine is the same size, the same shape, it's made of the same materials, it's got all the same number of buttons. Around the back, it's got all the same inputs and outputs. You've got your same USBs, same USB-B, they haven't upgraded that to USB-C or anything. All the same XLR, fantastic outputs there. All the same inputs, including two phono inputs and your two professional microphone inputs. Absolutely nothing has changed there. And the number of buttons and the number of functions that you can control from the unit is all exactly the same as well. The way this fits is exactly the same, the way it angles and the machinery. So, you know, this is kind of a big thumbs up for the original Prime 4, I guess, that they haven't seen the need all these years later in releasing a new version of it to actually change pretty much anything at all. It's even the same paint job. They haven't even changed the color. They've just stuck with the same paint job. So all that said, there are actually, it's almost like a spot the difference. When you start looking, despite the fact that it's still a flagship, still a 4-channel controller, still standalone, still runs Engine, which is the best software in the business for this kind of thing, especially now it's been upgraded to 3.1, which gives you new main effects on Denon units, which include frequency effects, routable drop sampler. There's touch effects on the screen as well, so that you can use the XY to do effects on, you know, it's fantastic. Despite that, there are actually loads of differences. It's just that, as I say, it's a bit like spot the difference. So I'll run you through a few of those now. So mainly the differences are around the kind of paint job and the look and feel of the unit. So it's very modernized. You know, the old one was very Christmas tree. I think that's the best way of describing it. It felt like a Christmas tree when you turned it on. It was awash with a mixture of green and blue lights. It looked kind of clinical. It looked almost like the kind of high-tech gear you might find in an operating theatre in a hospital or something. Had quite a strange look, especially when you switched it through to the kind of green decks. They've still got blue and green decks on the new one, but they've been toned down a little bit, as have an awful lot of other things. So one of the criticisms of this was it was a little bit Christmassy, I think would be a way of putting it. The new one isn't. The new one, they've just refined it, and it's like almost, there's lots and lots of very tiny refinements that all add up. So for instance, the pads have now got these little stripes on them instead of the fully lit pads on the old one. There's less lighting on the buttons. So the buttons, they kind of light up the middle of the button and the number on the button rather than the whole button. And that carries around the whole unit, which gives it that far less garish look. When you play music through it, the VUs are now white, blue and orange, and on the old one the VUs were that really bright color that you can see going on here, which went into blue at the very top. They're just a little bit more refined now. Funnily enough, this kind of color scheme here is also seen on the Numark mix stream units. So also one usability feature that's changed is that the pads are now rubberized. They still click, but they're rubberized, and again they're not fully lit, but they are different because they were plastic on the other unit. So that is a usability change there, they've gone for that. So also on this unit here, the area at the top here behind the effects and behind the master outputs and the routing and so on is now matte. And so on this unit here it's shiny, but on this one here they've gone for a matte finish on this area here. The feet are now black, not silver, underneath the unit. These feet here have just been made a black colour, not a silver colour. And in the same way, the edge of the jog wheel is now black. It was kind of light grey on the other one. And the shiny buttons on this one here. So shiny kind of chrome-like, not actually knobs, chrome-like knob there, silver there, and the shiny knobs here on the loop controllers. On this one here, they are now a dark colour. They're kind of a black colour or a very, very dark grey colour. So all in all, it's just been modernised. It feels like, you know, when they upgrade the operating system on your computer and the buttons all feel different and everything just feels more modern. Or it feels like, you know, a new version of a car that's got the same name. Ultimately, this is the Prime 4 Plus. It's not the Prime 5, right? However, there is one big difference that we definitely know about, because this isn't the first unit to have this big difference in it. It came on the Numark MixStream Pro Plus and then the MixStream Pro Go, which were the latest controllers from that brand that run the same operating system that this one runs, of course, which is Engine, currently at Engine 3.1. Also launched at the time of recording this today, and we've got separate coverage of Engine 3.1, which is really exciting, by the way. It has some of those things I mentioned earlier. Routable drop sampler, it's got the desktop version with smart playlists, it's got new main effects with frequency control on them, which is new. So lots of good new stuff going on in Engine 3.1. However, the big thing we know that's different inside this unit is that it has Amazon Music built in. So if you use Amazon as a music streaming platform, you can now use that as a choice alongside Tidal, SoundCloud, Beatport and BeatSource, and that isn't available in this one here. It's only available in the Numark MixStream Pro Go and the MixStream Pro Plus, because they've got a new chip in them that allows it to handle the Amazon content. It was part of their contract with Amazon, apparently, that they had to put this DRM management chip or something in it that does that. However, that does bring us on to the thing I mentioned at the beginning, the big mystery difference between this and this, which I would suggest would be a good idea for you to hold off at least until we know what it is. And I'll tell you the kind of way we've reached this conclusion for you. The first thing is the new frequency effects on this unit, the new main effects, which have got frequency control and stuff on, are only for Denon units. They're not for the Numark units that also use the same OS. So there's something there that's only for the higher end units. So there's a bit of a difference now between the stuff that runs Engine DJ software that works with Denon units and other units. So not all Engine DJ equipment is created equal, and it's becoming more obvious. The second thing, of course, is, we just mentioned it, Amazon is built into only the more modern stuff, which means they're changing the insides and means there's certain kits getting outdated now. Anything before the MixStream Pro Plus and the MixStream Pro Go, and now this one here, the Prime 4 Plus, can't run Amazon. It means the hardware inside has been modernized. But here is the clincher, and here is the big reason why you definitely shouldn't buy this until you know the answer to this mystery. And you should hold off, because it might just be that the Prime 4 Plus is the one for you. We've been told by Denon DJ that there is something new and big coming, which obviously means that in the software, because these are ultimately, they might be standalone, but they still run on software. There's something new and big coming very soon, only for the Prime 4 Plus. It's not going to work on the original Prime 4, and it's not going to work on other Denon gear, like the new effects only work on new Denon gear. It's only going to work on the Prime 4 Plus. So let's put everything together. They've just launched a brand new unit with a big fanfare. They have told us that there's something coming that's only going to work on the brand new unit. And they've started to introduce features that only work on more modern engine DJ gear, whereas before everything they launched worked on all engine DJ gear. All of this points towards stuff on the inside of this that has been improved, that has been updated. And of course, the original Prime 4 is many years old now. If they were launching a new computer, Apple were launching a new computer, right? You'd expect the insides to be more modern on the latest one, wouldn't you? And we are years on now in the Prime 4, right? So the Prime 4 Plus might only be a 4 Plus. It's not a 5 or a new model number or anything. But you'd expect that, right? You'd expect the insides to have improvements over all previous ones. And I think the fact that they've said there's something big coming for the Prime 4 Plus that they can't tell us about just yet is confirmation that this unit is not only slightly different on the outside, but possibly quite substantially different on the inside, and they're just not telling us about it yet. So if you are considering whether to buy this one here, the original Prime 4, or this one here, the Prime 4 Plus, and you're thinking, well, you know what, yeah, the old one looks a bit old-fashioned now with that colour scheme, and the new one does look a bit more posh and a little bit more understated, and they've done a nicer job on it, you know, they've updated it a bit. But actually, I don't care. Actually, I think that I'll probably find this one at a bargain price now. I'll go for this one instead. I don't need Amazon. If that's your thinking, I would just say hold off for a little while, because it just looks like there might be something big around the corner that would change that thinking. Of course, here at Digital DJ Tips, we teach on all gear. We're fascinated by digital DJ gear. We love to help you whatever it is you use. So hold on. Come back here, have a look on the website at digitaldjtips.com to find out. As soon as we know, we will let you know. And if you like what we do here, please do join us. We're the world's leading online DJ school. We have courses exclusively from Jazzy Jeff, from Layback Luke, from DJ Angelo, and from many others. And we wrote the #1 book on how to DJ Rock the Dance Floor, which you can get on Amazon, Kindle, audiobook, and all that stuff. Even in bookstores, amazing. However, if you want to get closer to us, if you want to join the school, I'll give you a copy of this to say thank you for doing just that. You just have to head to the Digital DJ Tips website at digitaldjtips.com and click the big join button in the top corner. It's free. We'll give you a copy of the book for being our latest member, but more importantly, you'll get our weekly Tuesday tips email, which will help you to become a better DJ or a better DJ producer. For now though, this has been our look at the comparison of the Prime 4 and the Prime 4 Plus. You can read all about this on the website. Underneath, do let us know. And also underneath, let us know what you think this mystery new feature will be. And then we'll see if you're right when we come back as soon as we've got more information. Until then though, get good, get out there, make the moments, and I'll see you very soon.